Welcome to the Montgomery College Admissions and Records video tutorial on finding the drop deadlines for the classes on your schedule. I'm Fidelia Anyana, a Montgomery College student and your guide through this process. Registering for classes is only the first step towards a successful college experience. Most of us don't usually think about needing to drop a class once we are registered. But sometimes, changes to our jobs, our health, or our family obligations require the need to withdraw from a course. It's a good idea to know ahead of time what the drop dates are for each class you're taking and what they mean to you. Montgomery College has established 3 different drop deadlines for each class. The dates are based on a percentage of class meetings. There are 4 different drop designations. Which one you qualify for will depend on how many times the class has met. You can drop the class with a refund. You can drop the class with no refund and no grade. You can drop the class with no refund and a W or withdrawn grade. Or you can drop the class with a no refund and an F grade. The first date is a drop with a refund date. This date is based on 6% of the class meetings. Students who drop the class before this date will get a full refund, and the class will not appear on their official or unofficial transcript. For most classes that meet for the entire fall or spring semester, this date is about 1 week after the first class meeting. For classes that do not run a full 15-week semester, such as late starting classes or summer and winter classes, this date may be the same as the first day of class. The second date is the drop with no grade date. Students who drop classes after the 6% date but before the 20% date will not receive a refund, but will also not receive a grade for the class. This is also the last date to change your class status from audit to credit, or from credit to audit, without going through a formal appeal process. The final date is the drop with a W date. This date is based on 73% of the class meetings. Students who drop a class after the 20% date, but before the 73% date will receive a W grade, indicating withdrawn. This will not impact your GPA, but it will show on both your official and unofficial transcripts. Any classes dropped after 73% of class meetings will be dropped with an F grade, which will show on both your unofficial and official transcript. If you want to drop a class after 73% of class meetings, you will need to do so in person at the Office of Admissions and Records at any of the 3 campuses. You will not be able to do this drop online. To find the drop deadline for each class, you will first need to log into MyMC. Go to www.montgomerycollege.edu and click on the MyMC link at the top of the page. Log into MyMC by entering your username and password. Next, click on the View My Class Schedule link in the Registration Quick Links section of the MyMC homepage. Select the tab that you are interested in viewing. This will take you to the registration screen. Scroll down to the bottom of the page, where you will see the View Drop Deadline Dates link. Click on that link. You will see a list of your class year-ends or class reference numbers, followed by the refund date, then the no grade change audit credit date, and finally the W grade date. If you have dropped a class, you will see the drop date in the final column. To drop a class, you will want to click on Edit My Class Schedule under Registration Quick Links. Now, select the appropriate term. Move your mouse over the action column of the class that you want to drop, and select Drop from the drop-down menu. Then, select Submit Changes at the bottom of the page. Please note that dropping classes may have an effect on things such as your financial aid, your full-time, part-time enrollment status, your eligibility for health insurance, your F1 visa status, your VA benefits. Before you drop a class, be certain to consult with the necessary officers to ensure that it won't cause more problems for you down the road. In addition, you may request an involuntary withdrawal if you're dropping classes for the following reasons: call to active military duty via enlistment, activation, or deployment; illness of the student or in the immediate family of the student. Immediate family includes a child, parent, spouse, or other regular member of the individual's household. Death of the student or person in the student's immediate family. Involuntary transfer or change in work schedule by the student's employer, which precludes continued attendance. All branches of the military are considered employers under this section. For more information, consult the involuntary withdrawal process located at www.montgomerycollege.edu/studentforms. Once again, be sure to observe and heed the drop deadlines if there is a chance of dropping any class. The Office of Admissions and Records is here to help you achieve all your educational goals at Montgomery College, where there are always endless possibilities.